Gotta go. Girl talk.
Boom! Hard in. Hard in. Welcome to Gotham City tonight. I am Doell. Yes, Gaze Toys. We are on Doell light savings time today. This is my fault. I started a conversation I didn't want to end.
Yeah, we had such great ideas. We were just talking about, these ideas can't wait.
They
Sorry,
can't
guys.
wait. We got to get through them. But we can't share them either. So we're sorry. Alex Brewer, leader of the brew crew. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. And how are you doing? I know that you told me that you got poison ivy. So, are you putting like cream on it? Is the itch gone down? Is it still just as bad? I've been worried about it.
Well, no, I'll always be putting cream on it. Always. But man,
good night, folks.
Yeah, good night. That figure is gorgeous, by the way.
Thanks. Yeah.
It is so good. We'll say a quick howdy do to the chat here as well. But man, we got other it's not just Poison Ivy news, because we do want to talk about this. I want to do a quick breakdown with it and the other stuff that you and your crew at Mondo are releasing this week, which was, I was like, why did it have to be this week? Could you not just wait 2 more weeks? my spending anxiety would have gone down just a little bit, but nope. You were like, sorry, we got other stuff to release this year, so you got to buy it all. Best of luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we got only that. Sorry. Yeah, see, I'm all over the board today. A Christopher Reeve documentary is coming out, Superman. If anyone has, I'm not going to pull up the trailer, but we are going to talk about it a bit later today as well. So if you haven't watched it yet, I would suggest grabbing a box of tissues, because it is very heartfelt, like just the trailer alone.
Yeah,
it's heavy.
Yeah, very emotional.
Yeah, it is very emotional. And then also something else dropped today as well at AMC theaters, a popcorn bucket.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that too, because it is not a new popcorn bucket. It is not new. And I got a feeling we're getting another popcorn bucket in the same respect when another certain movie comes out next year. So
you don't think they're reusing like thrown away popcorn buckets, do you?
Oh, 100%. I think they are.
There's dust on my popcorn.
Yeah.
What's going on? Were these in the warehouse?
Yeah. They might have been. Let's take a quick howdy do to the chat. Toy Farce, good evening. Video Power Gaming got his Mondo Poison Ivy.
Nice. Thank you.
Right, like it's the Gatey's Toys, right? Just he also excellent. Excellent. Toy Geekosaurus is here. My dude Matt Bush, my other dude Johnny Cock is here. Harpo Quandrax. That sounds, why are they doing this to me? But hi, thank you for being here. It's a new name because clearly I don't know how to pronounce it. Alan Cinematic. Hey Alan. I think it's time for him to come back online too at some point. And yes, sorry, again, running late. Tony Johnson is here as well. We've got Steven Lawrence, Mark Cosplay 117, my boy, Steve 3 from down in Los Angeles. Luis,
as you can tell by the accent.
Yes, as you can tell by the accent. Yes. Luis Pastoreros. I think I said it correct this time. And well, with some flair. I've been trying to practice.
Let us know if Ryan didn't do it right, though.
Yeah, please correct me. I'm more than happy to take the feedback. And super chat, $4.99, $5 from Matt Bush. Abby wanted me to tell you she is single. I know. Cougar McGillicuddy is here as well. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for being here, coming here, hanging out. Thank you to all the Ninja Watchers, because I'm pretty sure I called out less names than I see on the number on the screen. So thank you, everyone, for being here and hanging out on this wonderful Wednesday. Shall we get into it? Should we get into some Poison Ivy?
Oh, let's get into some Poison Ivy.
Sure. Posable Productions also.
Oh, Posable Productions took those beautiful Poison Ivy photographs.
Louis is saying, no, it was not right, but it doesn't matter. It does matter. Your name matters. It just does. I'm sorry. All right. Let's get into this. This is over on mondoshop.com right now. I did not check to see if the limited timed edition is sold out yet.
It's a limited, or no, sorry, it's a timed edition, not a limited edition. So you have until September 3rd to order the exclusive edition with all the extra stuff. So whereas like most of our X-Men releases have been limited, so it's like we only make a certain number, and once they're gone, they're gone. This is like we're taking however many pre-orders for this version, and we'll make those. So, and then there is also a standard version too as well.
Right, and that's for after the time is run out.
No, I mean that's available now too. Like if you don't want all the bells and whistles, it's a little less money. You can pick up that one. So
what I'm saying is that one stays later. Right?
What's that?
That one stays.
No, yeah, that one will continue. Yeah, so only the limited. I mean, sorry, only the timed edition is timed, right? And that ends. Yeah.
So get it while you can, because it is awesome.
Not a lot of time to do it, but
right, right. Toph Khan, he was ordering on the 1st, so he's ready to go. That's coming up. God, it's already almost September. That is insane, right? Towing around. Kevin is here. Thank you for being here.
There.
Right, Jason Shelton. Right, it's awesome. All right. Let's go through. Okay, first off, who made these plants and why can't I have them?
They're great. Yeah, Posable Productions can answer that question for us. And which, by the way, follow Posable Productions on Instagram if you aren't already. His work is just amazing, and he has all kinds of Batman the Animated Series photography, X-Men the Animated Series, like just does amazing stuff. Has worked on a lot of our figures. So so wherever, give us the details. The AC more, their AC more plants. So but did you make those Venus flytraps? They look great.
Yeah, they look so good. This too.
Yeah.
Like so using the kissing flower, like the kissing portrait. Yeah. For smelling the flower. Perfect.
Talk about a kiss from a rose.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to get us copy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Again, these photos are just unreal.
Perfect. Yeah.
Right? Like these are so good because it's all like, and they're so dynamic.
Oh, those fly traps are from Michaels. They're getting in on that like Little Shop of Horrors IP.
Well, I guess it's Halloween time. They might. Right. Maybe, I don't know. Probably. It's pretty good. Yeah. Alien Romulus spoilers here, everyone. Just a heads up. Did you see Alien Romulus?
I have not yet. No.
Okay. Sorry,
but spoilers. You've spoiled it, so I'm not going to.
Don't. No, I'm just kidding. You should go see it anyways. It's awesome. It is awesome.
Trivia for you, Ryan. Can you do you know the names of the babies? The two babies she comes with?
Do I win free Poison Ivy if I get this?
Yeah, I mean, you can win free Poison Ivy.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be this I can say that. Ivy. I can say that because I don't remember. It's like on the tip of my tongue because I can remember what they look like when they're older. Right?
There's a twist involved in the names.
Okay, let it out.
Chris and Kelly, because if you remember. She introduces her two sons, two little boys, Chris and Kelly, and then when Batman and Robin are and Batman's like very suspicious of Ivy, thinks that she hasn't reformed the way she says, and they're driving, and she's married to like a professor, and Robin's like, oh, I had his class last semester, and get this. Chris and Kelly are girls. And then Batman screeches the Batmobile.
That's
Chris and Kelly are girls.
I remember. God, yes, I remember that. I can hear it. I can hear that scene in my head.
Oh wait, sorry, it's Ryan and Alex.
It's Ryan and Alex. That's it. Oh, mommy. This is great too. This is again showing how much you guys like with you just making the right expressions early for Batman and just knowing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, he's got to have a grimacing, face or pained face, growling face.
Right, but it's just the angle that it's even shot at, right? It looks like he's trying to like bugger off, right? Like it's so good. It's so good. All right, this figure is out. This one, the deluxe figure, the timed edition, is $215, I do believe.
Yeah. Do we have the product page up?
I can get it up. That's what she said. Let's see what we got here. 160.
Sorry about this. Yeah. Yeah. So it's 210 for the timed exclusive edition that comes with the like. Actually, can you scroll down just to refresh? Make sure I get all the parts right. Yeah. So the exclusive comes with the smiling head, the kissing head, and the two babies,
Chris and Kelly.
Chris and Kelly.
That's so good. Now I'll never forget it.
Yeah, which they had something where it's like she couldn't use her own DNA to create clone girls because like her DNA's messed up, but then she's revealed to be a clone by the. Yeah, I'll have to watch the episode again.
Yeah, it's it's a hot mess of an episode.
Yeah,
but it's so good.
And she comes with her weed killer tank from shoot, what's it called? The one with the spa, the health spa.
Right.
It's not called like Forever Young but it's something like that.
There's it's
House and Garden,
youth. Right?
Eternal Youth.
Eternal Youth. And then
House and Garden is what the babies are from.
Right.
Obviously that the rose plant is from the Pretty Poison, the first episode. And then those little that little plant pod up above the rose is from Harley and Ivy. She throws those down at the chairs of the Gentleman Adventurers Club, and they shoot out vines. I think it's also in the Lost episode, the video game, which we got to do a show about that at some point. The Batman the Animated Series Sega game that's fully animated.
Dude, it's beautiful.
The animated series, yeah.
It is beautiful. It is.
That's some of the best Poison Ivy animation in that game as well.
I like that. That's lipstick as well, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And in a graduated cylinder of serum,
plant stuff,
plant goo, and of course material. And of course her little crossbow-y thing.
Yep, for the wrist.
Yeah.
Very important. That was a very key feature in the Kenner action figure toy line.
Wait, she didn't have it, right? She just came with a crossbow.
Is that what it was? I thought it clipped onto her wrist.
No, she holds a little yellow crossbow. And then the DC collectibles version had it proper.
Right. Okay. I'm getting everything mixed up. It's gonna be one of those night, folks. Just bear with me. Right. Again, beautiful turnaround.
Yeah, so, I'm really pleased with how she came out.
So it wasn't just you who worked on this. Just like anything else at Mondo, this is a team effort.
Yeah, and it's mostly the work of Tom Rosowski, Zelu 1984 on Instagram. If you're watching this show and you don't follow him, you follow him right now. A legend of Batman the Animated Series figures, customs. Now he does professional work. He did our we worked on Harley Quinn. He also paints most of our animated figures. He painted Rogue. So he not only does he sculpt, but he also paints. He designed, sculpted, and painted Poison Ivy. So yeah, it's it is. He is as involved as you can possibly be on that figure.
Right. And he's not just with Mondo. He's been doing stuff for NECA as well for a long time.
Yeah, all their Toon Turtle stuff, like
right. It's
the Archie comics.
oh, dude, that Mondo Gecko
Yeah,
is
super
so
great.
good.
Yeah, and again, he sculpts, he paints. There's the paint master for Rogue. Oh yeah, he does these awesome movie, like animated style movie characters. So yeah, that's the paint master.
That's awesome. This is so good. This is
so talented.
My favorite. I am so mad that I can't buy these today.
The likeness is so good. Like, you know, exactly like that. It just looks like Drew Barrymore, you know?
Yes. Yeah. It's so good. It's like, I was saying this before too. He's kind of like, he does stuff like Toy Otter where I'm just like, I just get mad at them because it's like, just give me this. This is what I want. Just someone make this. It's not that hard. There it is. Now just make it.
Yeah.
That's it. But these are so good.
I'm sure he is like constantly inundated with requests for commissions and stuff.
Oh, I bet. Right. I love the silhouette Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and the draped capes. Like, that's super cool.
It's so good.
Great detail from the show. And this is his Robin. Like, his Robin is insanely good.
Yes. Need all of these?
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is so good. Again, the silhouette one is in the middle. These are just perfect. Like, you could put the I understand this probably couldn't be all one figure. But man, what I would do for a Dick Grayson Bruce Wayne set.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, look at that.
But look at this. Again,
getting that hair, like Robin's hair is so hard to capture in 3D. Like,
right.
And he just nailed it here.
And I love the Dick Grayson, just the slick back part to the side.
Right.
You know, good to go. I love the nunchuck fish.
Oh yeah.
Right. Very important. Right. These are the gaming glasses, I believe.
Yeah, from the Riddler.
Right.
You gotta have those.
Right.
Because I liked that Robin was like kind of like a hacker. He was kind of like computer savvy.
And a bit of a gamer. So I was going, because again, us kids, like, for some reason, like, it was funny. Like, it was because they made the show era-less in a sense. So even though there's video games that exist, they did not look 16-bit like they did.
Yeah.
When they came out, which is great. It was such a great touch. It was almost
it was more advanced. They had VR back in 1990.
Right. It was yeah, that's right. So it was kind of like not quite what am I thinking? Virtual Boy.
Yeah. No, Batman was like, you know, he was like on a giant chessboard that was like,
yes,
he transformed into a knight at one point and got on a horse.
Right. That's
like, we don't have that.
Yeah. I want a Flying Grayson version. Same.
Yeah.
Right. Again, here's just
Batgirl, amazing Batgirl that he has.
This is the best. Because again, this is just stuff that I want.
Yeah. If you were a fan of Batman. I mean, look at that. That's not. Is that Leslie Tompkins or is it Harvey Dent's therapist?
That's Leslie Tompkins for sure.
Okay.
Right.
He's got Leslie Tompkins. He's got
Selena Kyle.
Selena Kyle in her evening wear.
Right.
He repaints. That was how Hector at Mondo like became acquainted with Tom. Was he like repainted our Catwoman that we put out, and it was like, yeah, that's awesome, that's great. Will you can you do that work with us?
This is what's crazy about the stuff that he's doing. This actually shows you how good the sculpt actually is.
Yeah.
If it just had just a little more of a premium touch.
Paint makes such a huge difference. Yeah, it's, you know, paint can make or break a figure. Like because the best sculpts can look terrible with a bad paint job.
It's true. And I saw a lot of people do this too with like the Wonder Woman 84 Wonder Woman. where people were repainting it.
Yes.
It looked so good.
Right.
And I was like, I get why not, like why that doesn't happen. I understand that the painting applications is what usually costs the most.
Yeah.
They probably-
It is the most expensive parts of.
Right. So I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of, and I don't know, this is just nice to see where it's like, but again, even without this paint job, that Mr. Freeze toy looked pretty good. I will give McFarlane's team props for that. It looked really good.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, he sculpted the Eliza Maza for NECA's Gargoyles line, and that was I think sculpted practically. He said it was like they were still using like wax and he was like having to ship it back and forth and like all old school.
But this is a display hack because this is the only way you can display gargoyles from NECA if you have them. It's the only thing. Also,
all I can hear is the Mad Hatter song. Looking at
right.
This.
Same here.
Which, by the way, his if you guys haven't seen his Crocodile Rock Leatherhead, it's spectacular.
It's so good. You know what? He should be hosting the Hasbro HasCon, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or at least have him do a music number.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think they're too. I think that they might be too scared to see what he says if it's live. So who knows?
Yeah, he should write something to that that like Hasbro live stream song. It's like, oh yeah, like just like come up with a whole rap to that. Yeah,
that would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Also, I want to just because this name came up too. Phoenix Force Creations on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
also amazing.
Yeah.
Also, dude, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. This was his tribute post. And we'll get
Red
into
Claw.
Yes.
Beautiful Red Claw. Perfect Red Claw. And actually his his like Ivy concept is on here because he did an Ivy, like he posted to his Instagram first, like this is like my dream Poison Ivy figure because he's a huge Poison Ivy fan. And has been doing like, he did like custom heads for the DC Collectibles Poison Ivy. And like, he's like, we knew when we were doing Poison Ivy, we were like, it has to be Tom's because he is just like, he's the true expert. And and he did this whole Poison Ivy concept that, I think probably some of it, you can recognize like the babies and some of the accessories, like, that's more or less like what ended up in the final figure.
Right. Nice super chat here we got from Video Power Gaming because I never get to watch live. Well,
wow,
you got to be here.
Yeah,
so thank you very much. This is
Harley Quinn.
Again, more of his turtle stuff. Those punk turtles because he's done stuff for Super 7 as well, correct? Or am I just thinking?
No, I don't know. I don't know if he has. Oh yeah, the Andrea. It's like
Andrea.
And the it's just like such a perfect job.
I got
those piercing blue eyes.
This is sad too. We lost Arlene. And again, the Harley's holiday figure. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Quit hogging.
That would be a cool figure to make, I think.
Right. Turtles are good.
Yeah.
This is so good. I got a feeling Alice is gonna steal my Phantasm. She's been eyeing that up.
It'd be appropriate for it to disappear, right?
No, that's right. My angel of death awaits. But no, that's his work. So if you're not following, because you got so many Toms that work with you. If you're not following Tom Zalul,
I pronounce it Zelu
1984.
Zelu 1984.
Yes. Awesome. He's been such a nice guy too. He has popped into my DMs before too, and just being like, "Oh man, thank you so much." Because it's, I've been singing. I feel like I've been singing his praises for years.
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
this
I mean,
point.
I've been aware of him as a customizer when it was like TSR Creations was his like old handle, and like you
Yep.
know long before I got into the industry or anything, I was following his custom work. And I remember it was like he had made us a turtle lair, and somebody was like, it was like, oh, NECA's like working with him on a turtle lair. I was like, that can happen. That's amazing.
These things can exist
Yeah.
in our lifetime.
And also it's like that like customizer breaking into the industry. It was like, oh wow, that's cool.
We're seeing this more and more with customizers and toy photographers.
Yeah, right.
Right. And I think I sometimes hate social media like so much, but then of course stuff like this happens and you find these artists. I think that's what I'm here for is really the art.
Yeah.
Because it's the only way you kind of get to really learn about things you never normally would through social media. Because sometimes people post behind the scenes stuff that you maybe didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Or just in general, like, oh, here's the sketch from this piece of art. This is how it started. This is where it's going.
Yeah.
And I think
it's a great way to learn and
yeah,
develop. Yeah.
and then of course, and then you get frustrated again because it's like, well, what's the point? Because now everyone's just scraping your shit for AI. So it gets double frustrating.
I know. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to get too bleak.
That's a whole other can of worms.
It is. But
speaking of art, real quick, we also during this time we have yeah, you know where I'm going with this.
I did, because I was about to say, speaking of bleak, this is sold out.
Oh, it's sold out. Oh no.
Sold out.
Well, sorry folks, you missed your shot, but yeah, we did have this this awesome print repro of the cover to Harley and Ivy, which such a good comic book, because I mean, I just you know me, I adore Bruce Timm's artwork.
Bruce Timm's artwork and Paul Dini's writing.
Yeah, and it's perfect, like buddy. It's like a buddy road trip, and it very cleverly, like, it starts with Harley and Ivy are at odds. They sort of have to like repair their friendship, but
yeah, it's super cute. I mentioned this yesterday on Toy Anxiety, so here's a little bit of trivia for you regarding this miniseries.
Yeah,
Paul Dini and Bruce Timm put in a shower scene in every issue.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I can show on here.
It should be fine.
This is cool. This is some like classic Bruce Timm fight scene.
Yes.
Pacing, like, and just I like, so this is so like dynamic and crazy, but then I just like I just love that like Harley, the little Harley drawing.
It's so good.
Yeah, the covers are great too.
The covers are so good. And the other thing I love about this series as well is that it is a little more adult. It wasn't necessarily targeted for little kids. This is mostly for teenagers and up.
It is. There's it, to say the least.
Yeah, Bruce Timm was kind of like, what? I can put the stack of condoms in the background. Here we go.
There's
and he did it.
There's some stuff in here. But yeah, highly
really
recommend. And yeah, if you got the poster, good on you. I mean, just having any Bruce Timm art for your wall is always a wise choice.
Do you have any on your wall?
I don't. I hope we do. I hope we do even more. I hope we do more Bruce Timm stuff so I can load up the old.
I got a commission from him.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
I'm very
I have a
jealous.
Catwoman.
It's
from him.
You chose well.
It was one of those things that I knew I was going to pick one of the women. Like, I knew it. But it was one of these things where I was like, when it's funny. So for those who don't know, you got to be a bit of a deviant at the con to get on the commission list for Bruce Timm. He only does a certain amount of numbers per day. And for those who don't know, that thing fills out before the convention opens. Because everybody races to his booth before the convention opens and gets on the commission list. So I was working that convention, and
Ryan smuggled him in some cigarettes.
I smuggled him in coffee.
That's what I did. Were hidden in the coffee.
I was like, do you need because I kept, anytime I walked by his booth, I would just ask, do you need anything? Because I couldn't help it. And I know he's a grumpy old school animator. So it's like, get to your point with your question and leave. Right? Like what the artist who did the animated series comics, Terrell.
Yeah. Ty.
Yes.
No.
God dang it.
I'm playing it. Ty Templeton.
Ty Templeton. Thank you.
I was getting screwed up with Ty Burrell.
I knew if I just kept making T sounds, it would like come out.
Yeah.
So Ty Templeton, yeah. It was like they put them beside each other at the convention. And Ty said that is the first time he's met Bruce Timm. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like no one, and it was one of these things that you kind of like, I took for granted. Like I just thought, oh, of course these two must talk. This is the guy that pretty much emulates his style for a comic book. And that's how Ty Templeton has made his career.
Yeah.
Right. And which, by the way, the Ty Templeton covers of Batman Adventures and the adventures in the DC universe and all of that, New Adventures, all of it. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, in this book too it doesn't have any Ty Templeton, but it does in this copy, it has
Shane Glines.
It has Ronnie Del Carmen doing this really fun little like kind of like just a little short story in the beginning. It's pretty funny. So Ronnie Del Carmen, I think he storyboarded on Batman the Animated Series, and now it has worked at Pixar like since the beginning. So and then it also has a story by Joe Chiodo.
Oh yes.
But he's and obviously he has like a very highly distinct style, but he's drawing the like Batman the Animated Series designs. So it's like that version of Robin.
I have Batman. One of his Gen 13 comics.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. He's great.
It is so good. Yeah. But yeah, there we go.
Shane Glines he's credited as doing like additional inks in the main story.
Right. So Shane Glines, we should bring this up too. It hasn't shown up on Amazon in Canada, so I don't have a link for it. However, Shane Glines just released an art book, and it is on Amazon. And if you want to talk about another artist who just draws some of the most gorgeous women you've ever seen in your life,
Shane and just Glines, a great cartoonist, like just so expressive, like the form, like the
flow,
the elements of style are all in place.
The flow, the line work, you name it, this dude's got it.
And it's again, like all of his prints that all collected in one place in beautiful color, like
right. And it's some of his, to me, still some of my favorite work that he's done is, of course, the Batman Beyond opening.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Dinah Tran, I think he's like the main like designer for her. Like,
oh, it shows. It shows. But like in the
those
best
chunky
way.
Boots, like
yep. The go-go boots and the little skirt, right? The little go-go dress.
Yeah. Too. My number one want, though, as I was looking at his, do you know what it's called? What the book's called? Shane Glines.
Shane Glines. Hang on.
Art book.
Yep. I'll look it up. I will look it up.
So we can plug it.
Plug it.
Looking through it, what struck me is that I want him to do a Black Canary animated series, short, like, just let him do whatever he wants to do with an animated Black Canary. Like that design is so good. Right. And just like it feels like it should be like there should be like a cartoon in that style on HBO Max or Amazon, wherever.
Well, it's funny you say Black Canary, because the cover of the book is.
Yeah.
Black Canary. The Art of Shane Glines in color. Cartoon retro books.
There you go.
There it is. Everyone order it right now. Let's get this thing to sell out. There's a lot of you watching. Let's order it. It'll be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love Shane Glines' work. He's just so good. He's so good. All right. Shall we move forward?
Oh, real quick.
Oh, yes.
One
Okay.
last thing.
No, we shall not.
Going back to the beginning on Poison Ivy, I just want to show off because this book is hard to get. Maybe not everyone has it. I want to show off the Poison Ivy section, which has Lynn Naylor's sketches of her. She designed Poison Ivy. It says in here, Bruce Timm was like, I wasn't that confident in my ability to draw or design female characters. Can you imagine a time when he thought that? This one, which way are we? This is a Bruce Timm.
You're right,
Ivy, by the way. But yeah,
okay.
Lynn Naylor, who was a great animator in her own right. I think she had worked on like Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, I can see the Spumco kind of.
Yeah, but really bringing that like Tex Avery style to Poison Ivy, which is very apparent in like Pretty Poison. Like certainly her like that was the thing. Like doing the Poison Ivy figure, it's like her looks change so much from episode to episode, right? But like the difference between Eternal Youth and Pretty Poison is like pretty pronounced, but like she definitely had that like very cartoony Tex Avery kind of look in the beginning.
Well, it's definitely those eyes, the mouth.
Yeah,
like it's just
those kind of rounded features, like
very soft.
So this is I wanted our figure to like come with this guy. It would have been way too much money, but this is from the House and Garden. This is what those little babies turn into eventually.
Yeah, that's yeah. Let's do that. Let's put it in a giant figure in there too, so it's completely unaffordable. That'd be great.
yeah.
Posable Productions. I love Bruce Timm's Black Canary too.
Yeah,
I'd love to see her get a Mondo figure someday. Unlikely as it is,
cool.
It's not unlikely. In fact,
yeah.
I'm going to say this right now. I think Mondo should just make a Black Canary and Green Arrow, Bruce Timm style set. Just do it. I don't want to hear excuses. No excuses.
I hope they're listening.
I hope, yeah. Hope someone from Mondo would just listen to me, just once. Hang on. This is Marvel news. It's not DC news. We'll get to Christopher Reeve in 1 second. But they just, this was a while ago, you could order from Viz Media, I think it is, the X-Men the manga remastered.
Oh yeah.
So they dropped the cover this week.
I hope
for
they
this
picked
book.
it up. Oh, that's sick.
I think they did pick it up.
I think that's awesome.
This is so cool. This is beautiful. And I hope if they do number 2, I hope the other side is Xavier.
It's gotta be, right?
Gotta be, right? Anyways, this just made me happy, and I just wanted to share it.
Yeah. Super nostalgic for that. Because like that was like when I was just getting into manga, and I was like, ooh, what is this? This is X-Men manga? And like I think it was early enough the like comic book owner was calling it Magna or
it's
manga.
It's like when the small town video store was calling it Japanimation.
Yeah.
For any of you of that vintage that might know. But it was like, I remember reading that for the first time, like Japanimation. Then I had friends calling it Japanime.
Yeah.
And then just anime. I don't know what
short-lived Japanime.
Very short-lived. In fact, if I was going to do a convention, I would call it JapanAmeCon. That's what I would do, just to make sure everyone knows. It's toying around. It's pronounced Mafka. Make Alpha Flight great again.
Nice. I know. Where were they in Wolverine and Deadpool? They should have showed up.
They should have shown up.
That was the time.
Did you see the concept art of baby Wolverine from the X-Babies?
No. What?
Or the classic Avengers played by the event, like by Jeremy Renner and all those guys? Like they had they had Tony, like they had RDJ in the Silver Centurion armor.
What?
and all this stuff. Yeah, there's all this concept art that's coming out of like classic, like the original cast. The original 5 is the classic in their classic Avengers costume. So even
That's
Renner is in the
insane.
purple with the mask, and then
That's insane.
It is insane, dude. There was so much that did not make this movie.
I mean, we can't be too spoiled, you know. Like they gave us a lot.
I think we can. I think they could have done a 4-hour movie of just him going from world to world and just giving me what I wanted.
That's what I love about that Deadpool movie, is that it has opened the door for comic accurate shit in the movies. Like,
yes,
it's like, yeah, it's just a joke. Like, but I still love to see it, you know.
Yeah, the same. It was, but they did give us a lot.
Yeah,
and I'm very thankful for it.
I want an Age of Apocalypse movie so bad. Sorry, spoilers for the
movie. Sorry, spoilers, but also I want it.
Yeah, just a statement.
Yep, just have fun. Speaking of spoiled, we got spoiled as kids to have this as our Superman.
Yeah.
They dropped a trailer. They're doing a documentary on the life of Christopher Reeve. For those, like, I'm pretty certain most of the viewers here are of a certain vintage as well. They will know exactly who this is. You know, this is our Superman.
The definitive Superman.
Yeah, I still think Cavill's great. Cavill's beautiful. But I still feel like Reeve is that he's the boss.
Yeah, Reeve is Reeve is like, it's like when you're watching the Olympics and like all the runners are kind of together and then there's like one guy who's like way out in front of everyone else.
Yeah,
that's Reeve
right
in the Superman Olympics.
Right, and not close behind him though is Henry Cavill and Tim Daly.
Yeah. I mean, Tim Daly. Like perfect Superman voice. That will always be the voice of Superman, you know.
So good. It's so good. And again, I'm not going to show clips from the trailer. I want everyone to just kind of like take a minute to watch the trailer. It is very heartfelt. It's very emotional. For those who don't know, he did get into a accident riding a horse. It made him quadriplegic. Is that the correct term?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? He powered on. We get to kind of go through his early life as well, which I think it's still mind-blowing to me that he went to Juilliard Arts with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah, Superman and Batman going to college together?
You kidding me?
What is it? That sounds more like something Marvel would come up with.
Right. And he also went there with Robin Williams and Kelsey Grammer. They were all in that class. Like it's crazy.
All-star class.
Yeah,
and
like, just with 4 people, just with 4 people, it already was like, whoa.
And if Robin Williams had played the Riddler as he was meant to, it would be a Riddler, Batman, Superman, and Beast all going to the same school.
There are times where I sit there and think about how Robin Williams would deliver lines as the Riddler.
Yeah.
Because he can go dark.
It was completely, so the Batman Forever, it was written for Robin Williams. Like I saw an interview with the writers. I'm blanking on the YouTube channel, but somewhere there's a great YouTube channel that covers all the like Batman movie stuff. And they interviewed the 2 writers from the movie, and they said that Robin Williams was attached. They wrote the movie for him in his voice, and his agents apparently held out for more money to be like, well, good luck finding another guy who can do what Robin Williams does. There's literally no one else. And then Jim Carrey came along, and the studio was like, yeah, we'll save our money here. But it's interesting to see, like, because if you watch because then I watched Batman Forever thinking about that, and it's like, oh yeah, you're hearing dialogue that was written with Robin Williams in mind, but you kind of hear what like Jim Carrey's putting his own unique spin on it, as every good actor does. Like it's cool. It's like it gives a new kind of like flavor to that performance.
Right, because you can hear like the little like, you know, like, because Robin Williams like he could talk very fast and sharp.
Yeah
You could
And
sometimes
all the
hear some
different
of it.
voices and swinging
Yes.
into like a game show host and then like, you know, an old fisherman, you know, it's like
Let's start this
clearly they
bunny with a
have that in
bang.
mind. Yeah.
Psh, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Though I think that was Two-Face that said that. But anyways,
wow.
shame on me, fake fan. But yeah, no, I'm very excited about this. This drops September, only 2 days, September 21st and 25th. So I guess check your local theaters if you've got one of those like little artsy indie theaters. Check to see if they're getting it. If they're not, see if they can.
Yeah.
Right, like just support your local independent theaters as well. Every city's got one. Help it out. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, another segue. Speaking of theaters, something came out today. It was announced this week. And Batman for the 85th anniversary. Oh gosh, can you hear that? Oh no, you can't. You got me nervous. I was like, oh god. So it's a working bat signal that's also a popcorn bucket.
Love it.
I love it.
It's a 1/6 scale bat signal.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
Right? So these were, I was always checking them out on eBay like a year ago. And you're like, and for those of you wondering, like, how did you check these out a year ago? They just got announced. It says right here, Bat Signal 2024 AMC Popcorn Bucket DC Comics 80th anniversary. How could it be? Well, simple. It actually came out in Mexico first. So this came out, I want to say 2-3 years ago for the Batman. And it's for Cinema Cinépolis, Mexico. And this was their exclusive popcorn bucket. So these were on eBay. And I remember checking, like, first they were very scarce on eBay. And when they were, I was like, $50 plus another like 50 for shipping. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Right. And then all of a sudden this thing, I was sharing, it's like, oh my God, this bucket. And I was like, rookies, all of you. You don't even know.
This is the oldest of news.
This is like, where have you been? Fake. You're the fake fan. I just redeemed myself with this knowledge. But it was always something that, like, I actually had alerts on my eBay for if these ever popped up. Right. And so now I had to take the alert off because now, of course, they're all showing up
everywhere.
Popcorn buckets are one of the hottest collectibles right now, which is insane. And they're showing up today. One of my buddies drove down to the States today and he was like, well, we were already there. So I just swung onto an AMC and I grabbed us a bucket.
Awesome.
So I'll have it with this weekend.
They, it's like it's like a throwback to like the fast food tie-ins for big movies, which I think, they ought to bring back. Like, this shows that people want to get commemorative shit with their food purchase.
Correct.
And there's a cool movie out.
Well, you know what? Capitalism breeds innovation, they say. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You got to provide your own light, right?
You do. Yeah, you do. It does come with batteries, I found out. So if you do
batteries,
well, see, that's terrible. So if you take that to the theater, you're just gonna be sitting there shining it the whole time. Every kid in there is gonna be this was their other popcorn bucket they released.
This is a thing too?
This is a thing too. This has not been announced. So guess what? Breaking news here at Gotham City tonight. This was also
a leak?
This is a Mexico exclusive. So this has been on eBay as well. Right? Daily Planet with Superman. You paint some trucks on that bad boy?
I know. Where are the trunks? Come on.
Well, here's the thing. I think you could just paint those on and they could just release it for next year.
Yeah.
I could totally see that happening.
This is sick. Like, what scale do you think that Superman is? Is that like a 6-inch figure?
I don't know how big. Like, I guess so. I guess so. It actually, like, I kind of wish McFarlane would make buckets because then he doesn't have to worry about putting articulation in there.
I know that's gonna be the next step. Somebody's gonna start making popcorn buckets.
Oh, it will happen. Kevin, so Ryan, you're saying you're getting lucky? Yes. I'm just gonna shine the bat signal in the sky. I'm good. Oh, well, that's really it. That's all our news.
Yeah.
And I know, guess what? We kept it under an hour to make up for all those times we went for 3.
Hey, look at us.
Look at us.
But there is one thing. No.
Oh, yeah. No, okay. I was ready to listen.
No, yeah.
No, it's all good. But we'll be back next week. I think Alice is back next week. I know she's getting ready for a convention, another one locally here. So I know she's like trying to do that and then get her work deadlines and get her comic book deadlines done as well. Her comic book, Fairhaven Academy. There's a link down below in the description.
Allhaven Academy.
Allhaven. Oof, Jesus.
What's Fairhaven?
Fairhaven is a district in Saskatoon.
Hey, that could be a spinoff.
That could be a spinoff.
The Saskatoon chapter of Allhaven Academy.
Correct, right? Yes, thank you, Johnny, on making good time. Just barely. Right, and then yes, the link to Mondo as well is also in the description below if you don't already have that link open, but I'm sure you all do.
Poison Ivy, don't wait around to the last minute to get the kissing head. Come on. Because it's not only the kissing head, it's also the smelling the rose head.
That's right.
And the kiss from a rose.
And if you have Rogue, you can have probably one of the greatest displays of all time.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And and that's really it. I'll be on Toy Anxiety next week, Tuesday. That's really it. So got anything? Last thing to plug? Any last thing to plugs there, Alex?
No.
That's it.
That's it.
Cool.
We're done.
Awesome. That's it. All right. Have a good night, everyone. We will see you next week.